Hello there, and my name's Steve. Welcome to aquaheat.org.uk. Here we are on one of our products that we install. It's called a Worcester Bosch dt10rf. RF meaning radio frequency, and it's wireless. So we've got the boiler outside in the garage, and this is our product here, which is in the house. Now we fit this one, the dt10rf, because it's you can set all the controls here, so you don't need to go out to the boiler. The dt20rf, you've got the timer on the boiler, so you set your times and everything on the boiler, and then you've got stat out here. But this one works better for this particular property. So if you want to set it, you go into here, set mode. You've got Monday to Sunday, and then press it again, enter. And then it flashes what time do you want to set it in the morning. First, we've got it preset by factory settings at 6:30 in the morning. So we go, yeah, alright. Or we say, no, I want it a bit later, I want it at 6:35. So you plus it until 6:35, and then you press enter, goes on to your next setting. Now, the desired temperature you want it at 6:30 in the morning, 6:35. Well, we've got it factory set at 23 degrees. Now we might think, oh, that's too hot. Turn it down. Or actually, I want it a bit warmer. Turn it up. So then you've got 24 degrees. So you're happy with that. So then you go enter. Then we've got our off setting, off time. Now, it's programmed here for 8:30 in the morning. So we say, well, we're happy with that. We want to be out of the house by then. Enter again. And then you just go on our desired off temperature. Now you notice that our on temperature is always higher than our off temperature. Inside here, it calculates, we've got our heating curve. So it comes on at say 6 in the morning, it's going to go off at 8. Now, it's going to gravitate down our heating output throughout that period, because we don't want to be wasting heat, wasting valuable gas, wasting valuable money, heating up a property when we're getting ready to a period where we're just about to leave the property. So it calculates what the heating curve will be inside the circuit board on here, and it slowly lowers it down. On this one it's 16, but if you say, actually, I want it to be blasting hot even when it's coming to the end of going off, then you can do that. It's up to you. Turn it up to 20, but if you say, actually, that sounds sensible to me, I'm going to leave it at 16 because then I want to save myself a few quid, then you put it down to 16. So you're happy with that, and then you press enter again. And then here we've got a lunchtime setting. So we've got 12 o'clock it comes on. And then we've got the temperature at 12 o'clock when it comes on. Oh, so low, we want it a bit more. We want it the same. Now a lot of people override the lunchtime setting, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So like, now it's flashing for our temperature desired on. So we're happy with that, we press enter again, and then it's programmed to be to go off at 2 o'clock. Now, you think, well, I'm actually out all day, I don't want it going off at 2. So you minus it. All the way down. There we go. It basically will just cancel itself out at lunchtime. Then we've got our evening setting. Comes on at 4:30 in the evening. You're thinking, wow, that's too early for me. I'm not back till 6. Plus and hold. Maybe you're back a bit later. Most people. Let's say 7. 7 o'clock in the evening. So it comes on at 7 in the evening. Or actually you might come in at 7, but you might want it to come on at 6:30, because you think, well, I want it nice and warm by the time I get back. So you put it on at 6:30, and then our desired temperature 21. You might think, I want a nice warm house when I get back. I want it up to sort of 23. Generally try and have it at a lower setting. It's going to be much more energy efficient, you know, but if you want it high, then high, you know. I know people like it red hot. And then we've got our off setting, 10:30 at night. So there we go, that's happy with that. So then, you notice there, you see that 7, you're probably getting a bit scared, thinking that's a bit too cold. Well, that's not going to be 7 directly, you know, after it comes on. That's tapered down over a long period on that heating curve, from 6:30 in the evening to 10:30. It's calculated down, so it'll gravitate down. So you won't notice a difference. But if you think, oh no, I'm a bit worried about that, just turn it up a bit. 10. Enter. Away we go. So we're all set. We're on our day now. It's a Sunday. This is our time now. And this is our temperature. So if you think to yourself, well, actually I want it on now, it's not meant to be on until this evening. No problem. Just press the plus button. That's what our room. That's our actual temperature is at the moment. It's 16.5. See that flashing? But that's our desired temperature. No, sorry, I apologise. That's wrong. That's our actual temperature at the moment. It's 23 degrees. That's what the room temperature, the ambient temperature is at the moment. But our internal clock is all the way down at 17. So we need to raise it. It's like turning up one of the old stats. You remember we hear that click? Turn that up to above what room temperature is, so 25. It's actually really warm in here, but we're just testing. Now that little flame picture, that's sending a message to the boiler to say, come on, let's get warm. They want it hotter. Even though it's not meant to be on, and it will do that, and it will stay on around that, keep it around that temperature until its next off period, until you lower it below what the room temperature is. So we do that, and then it goes off. Right, now that's all that done. Now another thing, if you think, well actually I don't really want to use all these times, if you press the manual, there, you can basically just forget all the times and just use this as a room stat. So, which is what they've been doing here. You just turn it up when you want it and down when you don't. You're in and out all the time. So like, I don't want it on now, I'm just nipping down the shop for a couple of hours. Turn it down. I've just come back in, I want it on, turn it up. Above what the current ambient temperature is by, I think it's 1 degree. And then that comes on. And then that's telling the boiler to go on now. And away we go. Lovely product. Comes with instructions. Quite simple to understand. You can contact Worcester Bosch, very helpful on their customer service. So there we go. If you'd like to have us install one of these for you, either this one or the dt10rf, then or also install boilers, we do system conversions, underfloor heating, servicing, then why don't you drop us an email to info@aquaheat.org.uk. Thanks very much.